Okay, good morning. So here we have a Acer, what's that one? Extensa 5628, I think that's how you pronounce it. Not bad, quite good nick. It's alright, old, but the fellow wants me to fix these. He's getting on in years, but he's a nice chap, and ta-da! I think the hinge is seized up. So we're going to repair this. I bought a new bezel surround, whatever you want to call them, screen cover, off eBay, £17.99. I'll put a link in the description. That doesn't mean you're going to get it from the same place, because they might have any left, I don't know, but I'll put a link anyway where I got it from. So priority number one, what we're going to do now is going to take these little clips off, which are connected to this little panel. So I'm going to take that off carefully, because you can see it's been forced away, and I think this just clips off. I'm going to check underneath, make sure there's no screws, and I'll get back to you in a sec. Okay, so just going to ease this away. You can see this just comes up just using my thumb, just gently. Power's come on. I don't want the power on anyway, so I'll just get my tripod. Just lifts off, and then just here, if you can see that, just zoom in to there. Sorry about the camera. I'm trying to get you to zoom in. So here you'll have two little clips, and they just pull forward gently. There's one each side, little white clip. Be gentle. Pull them forward, nice and steady, and that pops the ribbon. Oops, there we go. And then looks like the hinges are also supported by that. There's a screw here, but there's going to be more than just that holding it in, so let me investigate. So that's what's happened. So this is the back part of the laptop. You can see that, and it's just, so I've got this, and we've got the hinges that come with it. So all you got to do is get this apart. So what I'm going to do now is take this outer casing off, and to do that, just turn around. What we need to do then is to undo. Just focus you in. There we go. So each one of these have got a little plastic stopper over the top, and then a screw behind them. I can get you up here. There we go. So across there as well. So I'll start undoing them and get back to you. That's it. It's just a tiny little bit of rubber with sticky on it. So I keep them to one side. There we go. Okay, next job, undo each one of the screws. Oh, someone's pinched my screwdriver. You know, you get that, and you're in the. So, oh, I'm just going to borrow something, and they never bring it back. Anyway, so there we go. Take all the screws out. I'll just go and get a decent screwdriver, and then we'll take this bevel off. It's a bit difficult, you have to be careful with this, you don't break it anymore. So then we start at the top, and we'll take all them out. Once all the screws are out, you want to try and remove the bezel very carefully, and it's just clips, so just, that's all I'm doing, just running my fingers gently all the way around. And there you go, that's the first bit off. Put that to one side, nice and safe, and then we can either look, I'll just show you. I'm going to remove this so I can keep the pressure off the hinges. So I'm going to take the screen off. I'm only guessing as I go along. I mean, we do this for a bit of a living, but each laptop is different. Right, so 2 screws out on the hinges. And this one gets a bit sticky, excuse me, if you can see. There we go. So be careful, you don't want to break anything. Right, you should just lie down gently. That's it, because this one's already broke, if you can see. So I'll take that one off. There we go, so that's freed up the hinges now. Let's have a look at this new bevel, because I think this has got the hinges with it. Okay, so this is the new one. These are still tight, you know, these hinges. And it looks like the top screw is held in, which we saw on the top here. And then if you turn it around at the back, so I'm going to find that screw, and then that's not loose. That's the fact that they've only put 1 screw in. So let me find out where that screw goes, and we'll have a look. Just going to lift the screen back. You can see that's broke. And just rest it gently on there. Right. So I've got to take this off and take these wires out. It looks like it's on the new one. I'll show you that someone's actually cut the wires and put little plastic knobbles on the end, so that's no good to me. So I'll take that off and then get back. Right, just undo that. All the screws are the same size. So pull that forward, and then it's going to come off as well. Okay, what I'm going to do, this looks like the aerial for the Wi-Fi. So on the other one they've cut the wires, so I'm just going to have to peel these back away from the screen, which is pretty straightforward. I've just done that one. It's just sticky back plastic, quite strong. So I'm going to peel that back, and then this here is it looks like a magnet. I'm just going to pop him out as well, like so, and then he'll, you can see that, peel back, and then peel these back. Peel that back. That's another one done. And then we shouldn't be far off if I just, there's the wire. And then this just comes out of the slot and just gently ease it away. Oh, I can't even see that. There we go, and that's free. Okay, this one here can actually come off, because on the new one it's in the board and it's only just fitted. How can I show you that? It's just fitted here. We just move out of the way. So this one here just pops off. So we'll leave that on, which is on the original one. What I've done now is I've actually put some duck oil on these and just let them soak for a bit, because otherwise I've got to take the whole casing apart, which is not a bodge job. It's the fact that he's not going to pay, because he's a pensioner. So he said just get it the cheapest as you can. So I'm going to duck oil these. I'm going to get a pair of pliers, and I'm just going to keep moving them, and they're getting free now, and we're just going to keep moving them. Well, it's 10 times better. Until they're freed up, and then I'm going to, This is the stiff one, so just keep moving him until he frees up. I don't know why they go so stiff. Let's do a full motion, and then unless he's had some sort of spillage on it, I don't know. Right, so I'll keep doing these, and then when I come to reassemble, I'll call you back in. My opinion, I think this is a bit of a design fault, because the hinges are so stiff that you're gonna have problems with this, because there's no metal surround to support the screen. It just sits there. So you've got plastic, the screen, and a piece of plastic, and then these really stiff hinges. Bit silly. Let me just pop a screw in here. Yeah, bear with me. That's it. So put one in there. Trying to hold this with one hand. Right, leave it there like that. That's even better. I have to use a different screwdriver on these screen ones. They're really tiny. Oh, come on. Right, just get one in, we should be alright, that's it. Okay, I'll carry on with these. Okay, with the stickiness, when you pull them off, it seems to lose the stickiness. So what I'm going to do, if you look, if I can zoom in, here. So this is where the originals go. So I'm going to put the screen together, move these two out the way, like that. So then these two here, which came with the screen bezel, they already automatically fit down here. So one goes like that, and that one goes through like that. So I'll put the screen back together, hold them in place, if you can see. You go in a little corner like that, there's a little place for them. And then I'll put the screen back in, and then we'll trace these through to the other side. Okay, take the center screw back out afterwards, put one of these in to support it, because the center screw is the one that goes through the bevel as well. So I'll take him out. And put the rest back in. That's it. Same each side. So we're going to do with these, I'm going to follow these through afterwards, take the case off just at the back. I think we just get to them but there's a cover underneath, and we can undo these, and then we'll follow these through too, and they'll follow in. And so I'm going to put the bevel on now. So I've tucked them in, and they're going to go down the same holes that these are in. I'll show you that in a minute. Plug this one back in. You can only go in one way. I probably choose the wrong way. There you go. That follows that through there as well. Put a screw in that one. Two screws. Lift the screen up. We're going to have to line this up. Right, so I'm going to pop a screw in there. Sorry, can you see that? Just temporary in there. push it all around. That's it, and then put the screws back in again. Okay, all the screws back in, and then we're going to put these little pads back in. And they just push in like that. I'll grab one. Don't drop it. And that's it. They just push in like that. And I'll get back to you in a sec when we start doing the aerial. To get to the 2 aerial ports, I'm going to take this panel off, which should reveal the Wi-Fi underneath. Looks like someone's been in this before, which they do. Sorry, a bit awkward. Something there. One in the middle. They stay in, the screws stay in, they've got little washers on the other side of them, so they don't come out and you don't lose them. It's just a bit more pressure. It looks like it was cross-threaded. Nothing new then. That's it. And there we go. So there's your 2 aerial wires. So just remember which way they come off. So white at the bottom, black at the top. Should be able to turn these over. They just pop out. There we go. And we'll feed the other 2 back through. You don't get it trapped in the screen first, and that's what I've done. So you can feed them through till you see them. Pretty straightforward. There's that one, and give me a second. Here he comes. There we go. Make sure they're tidy and tucked in. Back over. They'll just tuck up out the way, and then we'll line them up. As you can see, just push them like that, and then I'll put the black on first. Bit awkward. There you go. Black, white. It's quite a fiddly job. I had to put an extra pair of glasses on, or stronger glasses, and then back on with the cover. Okay, cover back on. Right, have to hope. See, it does. It's okay, but it is. I'm not a big fan of these, I must admit. There's no support, and also it sort of broke the front bevel a bit. So I'm going to push this right back, and then on goes the power. And don't forget, we've got this little, if you can see that, bring you in. Here, I'm just going to bring you around the other way. Okay, I'll try and get my hands out of the way if I can. So that's got to go in. It can only go one way, which is the contacts. I'll show you that. You see that? So these contacts have got to be up. There we go. So it's in, and then you have to push the little tabs back home. Okay, and that's your power button done. And this just pops back on again.